Alright, hey everybody, I've been wanting to do this one for a while. I'm going to give you three keywords, phrases, descriptions that you can use for each tarot card in the deck. So when you do a reading, it's very nice in the beginning, you don't try to remember everything because it becomes very, very overwhelming when you try to remember everything right from the start. So I'm going to give you some keywords, and you roll with those three, and then you can actually build from there. Okay, so I've recently gotten this beautiful deck of cards from a friend of mine, which is amazing because I've had this deck for a very, very long time, and this is the deck that I used for creating my online tarot reading course, a step-by-step course. There's a link for it in the description if you are interested. It basically builds a lot on what I'm giving you today. But maybe you just started, you're not really interested in getting too deeply into tarot reading, you just want to understand the basics. And so I'm going to give you three keywords that you can use, three key phrases that you can use to get you started. So this one comes with a little book that we call a little white book. It's not this one's book specifically, but it looks very similar to this. So let me just show you what's in this deck though. It's quite nice. This comes in a box. So the cards are pretty much the same. It's got a booklet in there which is a bit more detailed than the little white book, because the white book is very, chup chup. So this gives you a bit more, and then you've got your deck of cards. I normally use these ones for like a bookmark or something like that. And then you've got the cards for you over there. So I'm just going to pop these up here, and then we're going to get right into it. I'm not going to talk too much because sometimes I can just speak a lot. So I'm just going to go all the way through from the Fool in the Major Arcana all the way to the last card, the King of Pentacles, and just quickly give you those keywords, and you see how that maybe helps you or works for you. So just making sure that I've got this properly lined up. There we go. Okay, so the Fool, new beginnings, new start, new adventure, take a risk, take a chance. The Magician, know your power, know your energy, know your strength. Know that you have everything it takes to create a beautiful life for yourself. Be very clear about what it is that you would like to have from the universe. The High Priestess is basically the oracle that always speaks the truth. It's almost an energy that says, wait for it. Don't just jump towards it, Wait for it. There's great abundance coming. There's a great plan that's unfolding there for you. Just give it some time. Give it a little bit of a breather. Allow the universe to surprise you. The Empress, great abundance is coming. Amazing abundance is coming for you. It's in the works. There's a lot of amazing things happening on the background. All you need to do is wait. Don't be impatient at this point. The Emperor, new beginnings, stand in your power, you've got what it takes, unlocking a lot of your, let's call it ancient power, ancient knowing within you, new start, new beginning, all of nature's on your side, all of the universe is on your side. The Hierophant, or the Hierophant as some pronounce it, it's all about new beginnings. This could be the challenges in new beginnings sometimes, when you feel like I shouldn't do anything, I should just hold up, I shouldn't do anything. The Hierophant reminds you that you are the key, and it also reminds you that even though you might not see the solution now, as you go forward, the solution will present itself. The Lover's energy, originally called choice energy, it's an energy that lets you know that you've got options coming about, that you may think that you only have one or two choices, or you may think that you've got no choices, but there are choices, there are options for you. So open yourself to that. The Chariot energy is also an energy of going forward. You'll see that there's these two characters, one is black and one is white. So it lets you know that, well, maybe everything isn't as 100% perfect and hunky-dory as you'd like it to be, but still move forward. Don't hold yourself back. Move forward in light, in dark, in however you move, but do move forward. All right? As you move through the challenge, that is how the solution comes through for you. Strength energy, it's about healing. It's about deep healing, deep inner healing. An opportunity to heal, maybe an opportunity to move away from an energy, a person, a place, that's holding you back. So heal your deepest fears. Heal the things that are really sort of freaking you out, or an opportunity to heal those things. The Hermit, a lot about work, it's a lot about rest, it's a lot about the body. Take a time out, take a moment out, take a breather out. Take some time to rest, take some time to recuperate, take some time to regroup, and you will come back so much better and so much stronger for that. The Wheel of Fortune, things are changing in a positive direction for you. It's an energy of good luck. Slowly but certainly things are merging in a positive direction for you. There may be some things that seem very scary at this particular point in time. You don't need to be afraid. The universe has got your back. Justice energy is about balance. It's about things working out in your favor. So anything that you might be facing that might be scaring you, be it court cases, it could be something disciplinary at work or in a home situation, maybe you've been unfairly accused, there's been gossip, whatever the case may be, things are working out in your favor, the truth is coming to light. The Hanged Man is encouraging you to hand over to that higher power, that power that's bigger than all of us. It doesn't really matter what we call the power of God, universe, I call it source of all, creator. Hand over to that power. You've done all that you can do, now hand over so that the miracle can come to you and you don't have to go look for it. Death card energy, it's about rebirth. Remember that all endings go hand in hand with new beginnings, and all new beginnings go hand in hand with endings. So this is an end, this is like one of those blessings that doesn't seem like a blessing initially, but it actually is. Temperance energy, there's still some for you to learn. You see that one foot's in the water, one's on the sort of like the riverbank over there. So whichever way you go, don't worry too much about doing the right or the wrong thing. Know that you're supported, know that you are guided, know that the universe is hearing you, know that things are going in a better direction for you. So whether you go this way or that way, things still have the potential to work out for you very, very beautifully. The Devil energy is encouraging you to release yourself from things that are holding you back. These are all sorts of dark thoughts, self-sabotage, maybe ties that we don't want to cut. Release yourself from the things that are holding you back. Cut the ties and make the separations that you know is necessary to do right now. The Tower energy is usually seen as a very dark, gory, negative sort of energy, but it is the energy of transformation. It's a deep cleaning out on a molecular level, releasing ties and bonds and maybe vows made in previous lives and sort of maybe curses and whatever holding you back. It's a releasing all of those so that you can be free and make a new start, and it's also about letting go of the false perceptions. So what are you holding on to? The Star energy is, now that you've done all that release, the Star energy is letting you know wherever you go, it's like blessings are just raining down upon you. The universe is just pouring these blessings down upon you. And the reason why this is happening is because your energy is in alignment with receiving the highest good. Okay, remember the highest good is always available to us, but it's only when we are energetically aligned with it that it is possible for us. The Moon, it's about emotions, feelings, psychic sort of connection, ability, expansion. The Moon is asking you to mind your thoughts, mind your focus. What are you thinking about? What are you focusing upon? Are your thoughts really healthy? Are your thoughts serving your highest good? So watch those thoughts, because thoughts, they carry energy, and that is the message that you send to the universe, which determines your outcome, your manifestation, your eventual experience of life. The Sun energy is quite amazing. It is the highest vibrational card in the tarot deck. This whole red flag over here, these are all sort of like the things that were holding you back, like the healing that you needed to do, the mindset that you needed to change. You have now mastered all of that. So you are in this space that you're like this bright, new, positive bob of light, that amazing things can just come to you. So this is a space that lets you know, life is about to get more amazing than you can even possibly imagine. Judgment energy is about releasing, it's about letting go, it's about becoming aware of a higher consciousness or a higher power or a higher calling. And it's also one of those energies that are asking you to pay attention to maybe that one or two areas that you have neglected, that you've overlooked, that you didn't want to do. What is it that you need to let go of now? It is essentially going to that next level, which can be difficult sometimes. because everything and everyone can't go with us. They're not always ready. So it's also about making peace with that. The world energy is the end of a cycle. So remember, same as we had with the death card, for example, it is an ending, which also means it's the start of a new beginning. Just very, very quickly want to show you. So if you look at the magician there in the beginning, there's that, that sort of like message, or that knowing this is what you can inward, this is what you can do. The high priestess there's got your script of life, your scroll of life, the Akashic records, knowing what can be done for you. And even there with the chariot energy, very much the same thing. There is something that I wanted to show you. Where are we now? Did I pass it by now? Okay, so yeah, so with the magician, calling, it's about calling in that life purpose of you. And now you have reached that high purpose, and you're calling in a second purpose, or you're aligning with that second purpose, so you're going to that next phase. So endings, that is also indicative of new beginnings. Remember, nothing in this universe is one, it's not freestanding from the other. Alright, so that's the major arcana. Those are the bigger messages. I normally say, if you compare it to a coloring book, the major arcana would be the lines in the coloring book, the picture that's already there, and then the the minor arcana, which are the 4 decks: wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. They are sort of like the details in between. Okay, so it's very much everything looked from a different perspective in many ways. All right, so I'm going to go through them very, very quickly, because I'm becoming overly chatty again. And I did say I'm going to keep this brief. So wands, you're dealing very much with sort of like, it's a fire energy. So what is the drive? What is the motivation? What is the inner strive? What is the passion? What is driving you? All right, it's a very personal sort of energy, how you show up in your personality. So Ace of Wands, divine intervention, your heart opening to new things, maybe something new and amazing that is popping through for you, a great new opportunity. Could be that your heart is opening, newfound passion, newfound drive, newfound strive, a new idea, lots of beautiful, beautiful new, like yes, let's do this, let's do that. Two of Wands, possibility of movement. This could be physical movement. This could just be a change in mindset. So maybe going from this mindset to another mindset. It does indicate the possibility for profound change. Maybe you've established everything that you needed to establish where you are, and now you're encouraged to be open to new, be open to more, to be more explorative, also to let more into your world. Three of Wands, the slogan that really goes along with this card is that your ship is in the harbor. Everything that you wanted, everything that you needed, it's coming towards you. You are exactly where you are meant to be. It's a position of strength. And it's one of those things where sometimes we feel like, well, maybe I should do something. And the Three of Wands is going to say to you, Baba, you don't need to do nothing. All right? You don't need to do nothing. Just be. Breathe, be. Meditate, have an ice cream, whatever. Do something that gives your soul joy. Okay? Four of Wands is typically referred to as the marriage card. It is about balance. It's about emotional balance, inner peace, which makes wonderful things possible. Because when your emotions are balanced, then everything can come to you beautifully, easily, and effortlessly. Okay? Five of Wands, are you being your own worst enemy? You might be experiencing a lot of conflict, and a lot of times we see conflict on the outside. They are doing this to me. That is happening to me. But remember that your outer world is a mirror reflection of your inner world. So when we get to the Five of Wands, the question is here, how are you fighting yourself? What is it that you are maybe stubbornly holding on to that you won't let go? Okay? What sort of responsibility might you not want to accept for your own, sort of like investment in whatever it is that you are going through? The Six of Wands, and you also notice that these cards, they follow like a story, because tarot is the story of life. It's a pictorial depiction of the human journey of life as per the Kabbalistic tree of life. Alright, so when I teach advanced tarot, I really get into that. But even with the step-by-step Rider-Waite tarot course that I have, you get a lot there. It's like I think it's like a 10-hour course, basically, almost 10 hours, so it's very detailed, and I put a lot of heart, mind, and soul into it. So if you are interested, you can check it out. First couple of lessons are free, so you can decide to yourself if I am the sort of teacher that you want to learn from as well. But the Six of Wands, victory and success in every way, shape and form. This is you getting what you deserve, promotions, maybe, promotions at work, things just working out really, really beautifully. That positive karma coming back to you. So all the positive investments that you made, this is coming back to you, okay? Seven of Wands, again, what is it that you might be fighting? You might be fighting a lot of other people and a lot of other things and a lot of situations, but it might be you fighting against yourself. So maybe, take a step back, reflect a little bit, do some introspection. Maybe the solution that you're seeking for might be inside of you, okay? Eight of Wands, be careful of overwhelming yourself. This could be your health taking a bit of a knock. This could you be overcompensating. It's one of those spaces that says to you, listen, everything is set up here, everything is good. So you can sort of take a breather, all right? Maybe revisit your your choices again. Are they really the best choices for you to have made? Nine of Wands, what is hurting you? This is when we do a lot of healing and we do a lot of whatever it is that we do that's good, self-development and all those sort of things, there's usually that one thing that we don't want to do, that we don't want to focus on. So we'll do everything, but you would rather want to sidestep this one thing. And this card is saying to whatever that one thing is, you want to really look at that, and something here inside of you is holding you back. And you may be aware of it, you may be stubborn about it, but once you can even just acknowledge it, things get easier for you and things get better for you, okay? 10 of Wands, it's about release, it's about letting go. 10 is also the end of a cycle, which of course is the start of a new cycle. What emotions are you holding on to? Maybe what anger are you holding on to? What animosity are you holding on to? Remember that long anger that you hold onto within yourself for a long period of time is also one of the main causes of skin problems and cancer and ulcers. So what are you holding on to? What unhealthy connections or mindsets or beliefs or values are you holding on to? It's time to let it go so that you can be free, because it's like one of those things that sometimes people's like, well, I want an apology. Some people are never going to be sorry for what they've done to you. Maybe it's all just part of your lesson. Life is always giving us feedback. What are you doing with the feedback? Okay? Release what's holding you back. Page of Wands, epiphanies, ideas. You may be feeling a little bit stuck at the moment, but you also feel very inspired. Maybe it's time for something new. Maybe I should try something new. There's new ideas that are coming up, new motivations coming up in your mind, new thoughts of like, oh, I can do this, oh, I can do that. And you'll see also in the tarot, every time when there's like a feather, it's like this new start, or you reach something, you'll see it like there's a feather there for the Fool, and then also if you go all the way down, sorry, a little bit too far. Where is it now? There with the Sun, there's also a feather here. You've overcome certain things. You've reached a high goal. So here again with the Page of Wands, there's that feather. It's like a new idea. It's like a new take on stuff. It's like, let's try it new. Maybe you've come out of a period where you felt a little bit down and your energy is feeling very revived. It's like, let's go for it. Okay. You may not know how you're going to go for things, but the fact that you are getting that inspiration means that you are ready for it. The Knight of Wands. So where pages are quite a lot about inspiration, Knights are usually, it's a very fast moving energy. It's a very positive energy, but it does come with a little bit of a warning that says to you, whoa, 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 you might want to hold your horses just a little bit. Don't go too far, too fast. Okay, so maybe just so just to be clear, Knights are not saying to you that you shouldn't do something. It is just saying that, maybe you're just going to take a breather for a moment, just reassess your choices before you go to that next level. Okay, so the Knight of Wands is an energy of like, go for it, go for your heart, go for your passions, do all of those things, but again, be careful of overcompensating. So for example, maybe you just got into a relationship or something like that with someone that you really, really like, and you want to go all the way. And the question is, it's fine for you to go all the way, but you also don't want to set an unrealistic expectation where then later going forward, that person expects you to do those things, when the quote-unquote honeymoon phase is over, and then you don't want to do it anymore. So maybe just pace yourself just a little bit, okay? The Queen of Wands is about growth. Normally queens, they would typically, not all, but typically they include maybe you and another person. This could be you and a person, you and a group of people, you and an energy dynamic. It could be you in life, you in the universe. But there's growth taking place here, positive growth. This is like your magic vibes coming out. Maybe you are called to practice something in magic, witchcraft, paganism, Wicca, or just to make closer contact with the ground, or maybe something like energy protection, get a cat, maybe, start Reiki, go to the next level of Reiki, all of those sort of things. King of Wands. So kings are the end of this big cycle, and it's about having reached the lesson, okay? So there might be another level to the lesson, but what you needed to learn here, you have learned. So King of Wands, it's a completion, and if you look here, you see there's like red here on the ground. So this king is sitting on his throne. Also remember that energy in tarot is not gender specific, because we all have divine male and female parts within us, all right? But this is about having reached your goal and being ready for more. Don't be scared to go for new, but also take a moment to just acknowledge all the hard work that you've done as well. All right, so don't just jump from this thing to that thing to that thing. Give yourself the acknowledgement that you would give to someone else and that you deserve, that you are worthy of. All right, Ace of Cups. So cups it's also about emotions. It's a water energy, it's a flow energy, but cups it's typically emotions, but how it relates to someone else or something else that's alive, humans, animals, birds, plants, fish, those sort of things, okay? But it's about that emotional interaction. Ace of Cups. Aces is always divine intervention, source coming through. This is your soul wanting more. Maybe your soul was tired, maybe you needed a new breakthrough. Aces are always big breakthroughs. It's a peaceful breakthrough that's coming in. So maybe things were very challenging for you. There are new starts, new beginnings, new opportunities, new, and it's all great, and it's happening easily and effortlessly, okay? So be on the lookout. And if you've maybe been saying, oh, nothing is going to happen for you, well, maybe it's about to happen for you. The Two of Cups, it's about energies coming together again, energies uniting, soul family connecting, could be a beautiful connection in love. It also, it's that positive amplification of energy that everything just gets better as a result of it. So this could also indicate an improvement in health, an improvement in wealth, an improvement in well-being, just a calmness within the soul. It's a very beautiful, peaceful coming together of things, all right? Meeting that divine counterpart. This could be in romance, it could be in friendship, it can be anywhere across the board, anything that really makes your heart smile, okay? Three of Cups, that is uniting with soul family, friends becoming family, people coming into your life that makes your life better, helpful resources, and even though it's amazing, the Three of Cups is also letting you know that there's almost like an ace up the sleeve here that can become even more amazing, so very, very good, very, very beautiful. Four of Cups. Don't be closed off to new things, new beginnings, new opportunities, new people coming into your life, new suggestions, trying things differently, taking a new take on things. You may be very set here with these Three Cups down here. This is how it is, that's how it's going to be, that's how it's always been, why fix it if it ain't broken, that sort of thing. But this card is saying to be open to new, okay? Five of Cups. So Five of Cups is a little bit dual. Two of Cups, this is your now, this is the present, this Three of Cups is the past. Okay, and this card is saying to you, might be too focused. Your energy might be too focused on the past. What happened, what didn't happen, who forgave you, didn't forgive you, who broke your heart. Your focus is too much in the past. So you are not seeing the beauty that's available to you in the present here and now. Okay, so let go of the past, forgive the past, release the past, set yourself free, so that you can see the beauty that's already here, because this is a space where we're feeling very sort of demotivated, nothing is working for us, but you might not see what's already working or who's already working because your focus is in the past. Six of Cups. This is about forgiveness, forgiveness of the self, forgiveness of the past, forgiveness of the childhood hurts and pains and fears, and who did whatever to you in relationships, in connections, in jobs, what didn't work, all the disappointments, let it go, release it, set it free, especially set yourself free. Forgive yourself for the times when you didn't know better, okay? Or forgive others for the times that they didn't know better, maybe your parents, maybe your siblings, okay? The Seven of Cups. This is one of those energies that are speaking about all that glitters isn't necessarily gold. But it also, it also speaks about how sometimes in life we are afraid to try new things because we say to ourselves, well, what if I try this and it doesn't work out? And what if I try that and it doesn't work out? And yes, I mean, that's life. Life is all about experience. But the question here is also that what if you do try this and it works out? What if you do try that and it works out? So it also reminds us that we need to be open to experiences in life, because when we live too cautiously, then we are not experiencing life at all, and it passes us by. Eight of Cups is about, yes, it's a lot of people describe this as walking away, moving away, leaving behind, but it's also stepping towards more. It's understanding that a cycle has come to an end, and now it's time to go to a next cycle, because life is forever moving and expanding and moving forward, and if we don't merge with it, it passes us by. So it says to you, you know what, this may have been perfect at a stage, nobody's saying this is wrong, it can be outdated, whatever, there might be nothing wrong with it, but it's time for you to be open to move to new beginnings, new heights, next level type of thing. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. A lot of people normally depict this card as like a genie lamp over here, that's sort of like coming out and poof and that sort of thing. But it is wish fulfillment. So if you have been wanting to not wish for anything and not hope for anything, maybe you've been feeling a little bit sort of dystopian and nothing is working out and hopeless, this card is letting you know that you can start telling the universe what it is that you'd like to have, speak very clearly, and you can also expect amazing things to come into your life now. Okay? The hard times are behind you. Ten of Cups is a family card, happy family, happy life, whatever that means to you. So whether that is, the traditional family of husband and wife, kids and a picket fence, a dog, a cat, a fish tank, that sort of thing, that's there for you. If it means that you want to be a world traveler, if it means that you want to be an entrepreneur, solo entrepreneur, maybe you just want to live alone with your guru or with your dog, whatever family means to you, whatever the home dynamic means to you, this card is letting you know that that is coming for you, that is available, that is loading for you. Page of Cups, somebody might be offering you their cup of love, their hand of friendship, support, and you might be a little bit not so trusting when you get this. This is letting you know when the opportunity comes about, it is not too good to be true. You can trust it, okay? And also maybe you need to be more open to give more of yourself. Maybe you've been too closed off, okay? Remember, you always want to look at things from both sides. It's very easy to just look at the other person, but sometimes we also just look at ourselves. We want to look at both sides because life goes both ways. Knight of Cups. Again, there might be great offers that are coming to you, there might be love coming to you, friendship, all those type of things. And this is one of those ones that says to you, if something does seem too good to be true, it doesn't mean that somebody's trying to sort of like, pull a fast one on you. But also, follow your heart, but also take your head with you, that sort of thing. Don't just jump into things. Don't just be led blindly by your emotions, okay? As I said, take your heart, follow your passion, follow your motivation, follow your dreams, but don't leave your brains behind, okay? Queen of Cups, hard work paying off, dreams coming true. So maybe you've been working at something for very, very long, and you're like, oh, is it ever going to work? Am I ever going to get there? Am I ever going to get my breakthrough? The Queen of Cups is letting you know that all the hard work that you've put in, it's all coming back to you in friendship, in kindness, in people, in love, in money, in life experiences, circumstances, all of those things. The King of Cups, know who you are. Know who you are in relation to everything and everyone else in life. And just because there's a storm going on around you, doesn't mean that there has to be a storm inside of you as well. You can have compassion, you can have sympathy, you can support others, but it doesn't mean that you have to suffer with them. It's that whole thing of like, you don't have to be two blind people that are trying to lead each other across the highway during peak traffic. Okay? Swords is about, it's air energy, it's about the lessons. Sorry, so just to let you know, I didn't tell you that with Wands energy in the beginning, so I did say that. Fire energy, Cups is water energy, Swords is air energy, it's the mind energy, it's the lessons that we need to learn. It's the ways in which we hold ourselves back, in which we sabotage ourselves, the healing that we need to do. People typically don't like swords because swords is the challenges in life, but remember, life is always giving you feedback, and when you try to sidestep the healing that you need to do and the challenges and whatever, that's usually when life gets tough for us. Okay? So Ace of Swords, divine communication coming through, giving you clarity. So you've been wondering, what am I supposed to do? This can be very, very positive. So let's say you've been saying to the universe, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. I don't like to confuse. I want some clarity and light that is coming through for you. So it can be beautiful like that. But if we are also very resistant, then sometimes Ace of Swords can be a very almost like a throat cutting sort of energy that comes through, where you get clarity about the idea that you thought this was for you, this person was for you, and you come to learn beyond the shadow of a doubt that no, they are not, it is not. But it's one of those things where it's better that you have the tough experience now than later on. So it's like dodging a bullet, even though it doesn't feel like that at the time. Okay? You're getting clarity. Two of Swords. The energy of Two of Swords is sometimes asking you, have you gone a little bit too far already? Maybe you're in a space where you already are where you wanted to be. Haven't you already reached what you wanted to reach? It's also letting you know that you are having options. Is your focus on the now? Are you in the present moment now? Are you maybe focusing too much on the past, too much into the future, too much on others? Where is your focus? Open your eyes, become present, look around you, see what's going on around you. Okay? The Three of Swords is letting you know that your heart is healed. If you are looking for a silver lining, you are it. Your heart is healed, and you can see that even though there are three swords through this heart, there's no blood. So even the things that may have hurt you before or broken you before, they're not doing that anymore because you have grown. Four of Swords, it's about growing into your strength. So there are three swords over there, and then there's one at the bottom. There's always a very regal, almost religious sort of sense to this card. You can see even over there, it looks like one of those older, beautiful cathedrals that one used to get. So now that you have overcome the things that were holding you back, there with the Three of Swords, you are now ready for more. And so you are growing into your strength. You are going to a next level. Okay? The Five of Swords is one of those cards that are saying, you know what, you've gone through a lot of things in life, but you have grown. You have grown, you're not the person that you were before, you don't need to fight the way that you fought before. This is also a card that's indicative of the fact that you have healed a lot of things. Don't go back to that old past patterns. When life says to you, hey, I'm that old familiar drama, would you like to sort of like do a take two? No. Peacefully say no. Okay? So don't go back to the previous patterns that you've already healed from, that you've already grown from. The Six of Swords is one of those cards that's got a lot of messages around it, but make sure that the people there and the things that you are spending your attention on and that you are giving all to, that they are as on board as you are. This is the energy of, let's not be 50-50, let's be 100-100. So if you're giving 100, make sure that you are giving your hundreds to people that are also giving 100 to you. But also be open to other people's thoughts and ideas. Don't just think that you've got it all done. And also, if you say that you are listening to other people, don't just say, yeah, I'm listening to them, but you're not really listening to them. Okay? So be open to the idea that there's room for change and improvement over here. Maybe somebody needs your help right now. You can help them, but just make sure that you don't sort of cut yourself off by doing so. Then also you might want to reassess. There might be people here that are depending too heavily on you, so just be careful of sort of codependence as well. Okay? Seven of Swords. I love the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is about finding a clever solution to something that can potentially turn out really, really nasty. So the question is here, isn't there a better way of doing things? Isn't there a better way of resolving things? Instead of being sneaky, instead of being underhand, instead of saying, well, they're doing that to me, so I'm going to do that to them because they don't know who they're messing with. Instead of doing that, there might be a much more amicable solution here. And in this space, typically you are the person that you are reading for, that you would be the one with sort of like the higher perspective or perception of how things can be better resolved. So follow that. All right, ask yourself, is this really the best solution for all? And this is very much the direct opposite of that whole thing of like, well, you're the weakest link, goodbye. Eight of Swords, it lets you know that easy does it. In a space like this, we might feel you just want to break out of things and you want to say, whatever, I don't actually care. But maybe you want to sort of ease back a little bit and just see if there's maybe not an easier solution. Maybe help can come towards you. Or if if you must cut yourself, like this character's like, move gently. So if you do get hurt through things, if there are losses, that the damage is minimal, that the loss is minimal. Okay? So you might feel in a space like this that you need to do something really extreme, but the direct opposite is recommended. In actual fact, it might be better to do nothing, to wiggle things, easily feel your way out instead of just going to an extreme. The Nine of Swords. This is a space where maybe you're having difficulty sleeping, the mind is going like a mile a minute, very stressed, very overwhelmed. And if that's how you need to feel, that's how you need to feel. But you're also being reminded that the universe is always with you. And you are being reminded that even though you might feel that there isn't a solution right now, you are being reminded that just because you don't see the solution doesn't mean that the solution doesn't exist. But it might be necessary to, to process through your feelings and your emotions, especially if you have been suppressing them for a while. The Ten of Swords, it's one of those energies that can be very challenging, but it's also letting you know that it's time to let go. Okay, so what if you've been holding on to? What if you maybe you have tried to find the amicable solution, you just couldn't? It might be time to let it go. It's also reminding you that no matter how difficult things may have been, they haven't killed you, you're still here. So the Ten of Swords is also reminding you of your inherent strength of who you are. So you can let go, you can release. In actual fact, you are strongly encouraged to let go and strongly encouraged to release whatever it is that you might be holding back or holding on to. Okay? It lets you know that you're strong enough to let go. You'll be fine. Page of Swords, epiphany, idea, mind idea, business idea. Maybe somebody comes to you with an idea, you think, oh, I can do that. Usually Page of Swords, breakthroughs, epiphanies, they can be a little bit unconventional. But just because they're unconventional doesn't mean that it can't be done. Alright, just because you don't see the solution doesn't mean that you can't do it. So at least ponder the thought, don't just discard it. The Knight of Swords, fastest moving energy in the tarot deck. So again, follow your ideas, go for what you want to do, follow your mind, but in the same way, don't forget, like in the same way as it was for Cups, where they would say, follow your passion, follow your heart, follow your emotions, but don't forget to take your head with. Follow your logic here with Knight of Swords. Follow your head, follow your mind, follow the logic, but don't forget to take your heart with. And don't forget to take your common sense with. Then maybe have a cut-off date or period for when you're going to say, I'm going to try it, but if it doesn't work out by X, Y, Z, then maybe I need to try it a different way. So be very careful of being like a, like a bullet from a cannon over here, that you might go at boom, but you might lose momentum along the way. Okay, so make sure that you've got enough resources. It might be time to just stop, take a break, recharge your energy, recuperate. Queen of Swords, things working out. This might be a space where you need to take some lead. Okay, but know that whatever you do, whatever you sort of like are working on, you might feel it's never going to get there. You're making breakthroughs here. You may have actually reached a lot more success than you might actually be giving yourself credit for or realizing. So maybe pause and see how far you've actually come already. Take some stock. Okay. King of Swords. King of Swords is the energy that says to you, well, you've reached it. You've got it. You did what you needed to do. The cycle is at an end. The lesson is learned. And now you want to be ready for more. So a lot of times when we're in this King of Swords energy, we feel, well, I can't go forward now because maybe I still need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do that. But the King of Swords is saying to you, know what? You've done what you needed to do, you've done what you could do. It might be time to cut your losses and move forward. And unfortunately, sometimes that means that we have to also be willing to let people go, or maybe let a dream go. And when we do, we typically find that things work out better for all parties involved. Okay? Ace of Pentacles, divine breakthrough, a breakthrough in money, a breakthrough in opportunity, maybe getting an inheritance, a windfall, it could be a promotion, but this is literally just source, the universe, bringing something incredible to you, like the cosmic, beingness, giving you something amazing. And it also leads to all sorts of other things, maybe love is now also coming your way. So whatever was holding you back in the materialistic sense, in the money sense, that is now resolved for you. The Two of Pentacles, it's about positive changes. You can see there's a beautiful infinity over here, things working out. Don't have to try so hard. Maybe see where things are going if you don't try to push that hard, but it's also letting you know that you're in the right flow. Okay? The Three of Pentacles, this is sort of one of those energies that says to you, well, what is it that you want to do? You can do things the way that you've always done them, and then you get a very predictable outcome, which you may not like. You might find it a little bit frustrating, or you can be open to new. You may not know the new, you might be very scared, you might say like, I don't know if I want to do this new, but you're kind of getting a promise here from the universe that if you do follow new, and if you do follow your passion, you see there's almost like a water cup over there. If you do follow your emotions, it does pay off really, really well. Four of Pentacles for you, and sorry, Pentacles is earth energy, so manifestation, money, and the things that money can buy. All right. And a lot of times people will say, well, I don't really care about money. Well, we live on planet Earth, and the exchange here on planet Earth is money. So if you're going to say, I don't care about that, you're actually distancing yourself from where you are, which typically doesn't work out well. Okay? Four of Pentacles is about balance. It's about solutions that come through that sit well in your heart and in your head. Okay? So you don't, it's about things working out in a way that you don't have to compromise any part of who you are. The Five of Pentacles is about feeling left out in the cold. It's about feeling neglected. It's about feeling not supported. And it could also be that you might be in old buying patterns. Maybe you are, you know, let's say something amazing happens and you're like, oh, it's so great, and then, you know, a little bit down the line, you are in that same mindset again. It might be that you might need to do some deep healing here. If you know, are you maybe coming from victim mentality, savior mentality, perpetrator mentality? There's some healing that needs to be done here. This could be that, you know, you win, you lose, you win, you lose. You know, one step forward, two steps back. So there's something inside of you that you want to focus on healing so that your life can get better. Okay. Six of Pentacles, this is about changes, positive changes, even distribution of resources. So maybe you've been trying very hard and things haven't been working out for you. It's also asking you to be mindful of how you distribute your, physical sort of money and resources and time. Are you giving when you don't want to give? Are you giving to people that that won't respect your things? Are you spending too frivolously, or are you too frugal? You know, you want to be mindful of how you are spending your resources. Seven of Pentacles, this is about your big dream paying off. But you're also reminded to focus on the everyday small things that it is that you need to do, okay? And you might sometimes feel like, well, this is what I want, this is my potential, it's not working out. So be mindful of falling into the whole mind trap of the ego that says, well, you're never going to reach that. Look at little things. You don't have a team. It's going to be better if you have a team. You get all demotivated. You can go for your dream, but also do what you need to do every day. Easy wins the race, okay? The race, easy does it. Eight of Pentacles, this is encouraging you to follow your dream. Work with what you have. Work with the resources of what you have. Like this video, for example, you know, I've only got I've got more than one camera, but, you know, I'm not very tech savvy and I'm not very good at changing between sort of like this camera and that camera, and I wanted you to still see my face. So I went old school. I used the mirror. Use what you have. Build your dream with what you have, okay? You want to have a big dream, but where are you now? It's about doing what you need to do in order to get what you need to get. Follow your passions. Your life purpose is calling. Your life path is calling you. Nine of Pentacles. This is a space that says, you know what, Papa, you can take a rest there. Maybe you've been overwhelming yourself. Maybe you needed to work very hard. Maybe that was necessary. But now you can take a little bit of a chill pill. You know, there are beautiful things coming your way. This is also a card that is encouraging following your own path. It's a card that follows or that encourages entrepreneurship. Or maybe you want to, you know, study something new, take a new life path. It's encouraging you to really go for what it is that your heart desires, because it's possible. The 10 of Pentacles. You'll see if you look at the Fool, there's a little doggy there that goes, this is basically the soul going into the experience of life, okay? Where with the 10 of Pentacles, you have reached all of those things in life that you wanted to have, and you even got another doggy there. You've got all your wisdom over there with that grey hair. This is about life working out really, really well in always. Okay, life working out exceptionally well. It speaks about stability. That abundance that you always wanted to have, getting it and getting it even better than you anticipated you can have it. Page of Pentacles. Maybe you're getting a new idea, a new motivation, a new spark of inspiration for how you can do things, something new. Maybe life is calling you towards something new. Follow that. It doesn't mean that you have to leave everything else behind, but follow the inspiration, the spark of inspiration that life is giving you. The Knight of Pentacles, it is, again, it's about following your dreams, but be careful. Be careful with money. Be careful about over-investing, especially yourself here. Remember that it's still necessary in life to take breaks. Think of it like this. What is the point of reaching your highest desire in life, but then the sacrifice that you make is you? This is what the Knight of Pentacles, among many things, is warning you against. So just be careful, just be mindful, okay? Maybe make a list. Maybe you need to revisit your pros and cons, revisit your choices. Maybe you've already reached so much that maybe you're working with an outdated idea. Queen of Pentacles, hard work paying off, money coming in, divine intervention, just amazingness, things working out for you, okay? Great resources coming on board. And then finally, the King of Pentacles, it is a beautiful final reaching of all the goodies in life, all the amazingness in life, all the fantastic things in life. Life really just working out for you, the highest potential that you can ever possibly imagine. All right, so that is what I got for you. I hope that it helps. You can use it as a reference. More than welcome to do that. Share it with others if you want to. And obviously, if you are interested in maybe spiritual development, I've got a course for that. Or if you just want to get deeper into the tarot itself, then you might want to check the link in the description. But that's what I got for you. Namaste, love and light.